I'm racially ambiguous, so I think I can get away with this. And I'm also realizing that I am not that much of a man, even though I'm 28 years old. First of all, yes, I do watch a lot of cartoons and animes. I do walk up the stairs on all fours still. First of all, it's faster and more efficient. And just because you're an adult, you don't do it. But when you're walking up 18 flights of stairs, when you stop using your legs, everything becomes so much easier. Now I realize too, I'm not gonna be the kind of guy who can like protect his girlfriend and stuff, because I'm a pussy. Yeah, I mean, when I say pussy, like, don't cancel me right now. It's nothing. I'm not talking about female genitalia. No, it's a pussy cat. And pussy cats are scared. Okay, learn your history before you cancel something that I enjoy saying. So yes, I'm a pussy. I'm afraid of everything. If you cheated while my back was turned to you, I would have shit myself, honestly. Like I scare myself. Like sometimes, like I'll go and like when you turn off the light and you run out the room, like there's nothing in your house because you just illuminated your whole ass living room. Like you still sprint like Naruto to your bedroom. You got your arms thrown back, so it makes you 85% faster, and the demons can't get you because of your chakras and shit.
Yeah, you can't.
And that's me. I found out that I can't be in a relationship. Like I can only date because like once something like serious happens, like we're gonna get into some trouble, and someone's gonna want to fight me because of something you may have done as my female partner or whatever, and I can't be responsible for that. I can't, because I can't be responsible for the shit I do unless you're gonna fight my fights, which you're gonna need to do because I suck at fighting. One of the biggest perks of being black is just intimidation +5. That's a D&D reference. I can roll a fucking 15, I'm good.
Well, you can do the windmill. Come on.
No.
Everybody can do the windmill.
No. Dude, honestly, I had a friend. She was wearing a shirt and it said "Chinatown sucks," and I was like, man, how are you gonna wear a shirt saying "Chinatown sucks" during the Stop Asian Hate movement? But then I got to thinking again about it, and I was like, wait a minute. There's an order of operations about how we're trying to do civil rights and shit. And it goes black people, gays, transgender, then Asians. Asians, wait your fucking turn, okay? I'm half German and I feel fucked up every time I say that.
That's a level.
Like there's so many people that are they're white American and they're like, it's like, yeah, I'm the Aryan race. We are the superior race. How are you the superior race and you're allergic to the sun? My neighbors came home from playing disc golf, and yes, my neighbors are white, if you couldn't tell by the fact that they play disc golf. And this motherfucker showed up, and they're like, man, good thing it wasn't sunny today. Dude, this guy was redder than a piece of bacon.
Wait.
Hey, right there.
I was like, what are
White
you doing here?
people
He's like, what are you
minus
doing
C.
here? I was like,
Sure.
oh.
Anyway. I'm at the point where we don't even refer to our white neighbors as their names. I know their names are John, Dustin, and Noel. We just call them the whites, though. And one time I got a little too drunk with the whites, and they caught me. They caught me. Like they're like, hey, you're calling us the whites. Wouldn't it be fair if we call you and your roommate the ethnics? And I was like, well, damn. I guess so. I'm okay with that. Because he's ethnically like Nicaraguan or something, but he looks white as hell. I act white as hell, but I look black. Like, it's just a perfect thing. We are ethnically ambiguous. I like the word ambiguous, if you can't tell. It's like the third time I said it during that set. Ambiguous. You confuse your friends with a word like ambiguous. You confuse all your stupid friends with any 3-syllable word. You don't even have to use it correctly in a sentence. You just gotta hit him with an onomatopoeia and go boom. And he's like, what's an onomatopoeia? Pow! What the fuck is an onomatopoeia? Cha-ching! He still didn't tell me what it was. I still gotta Google it later. I don't even know what it means. Oh man. So I like to tell stories about myself, and I like to do stupid things just for the sake of telling the stories to a wonderful audience like yourselves. So one thing I like to do is get drunk and then say stupid shit to bigger, scarier people. But I got a smart mouth. I'm third generation asshole. Like my dad's like, why do you get this smart ass mouth? And then he punches me in the chest, and then he goes around and says something stupid. And then my dad's girlfriend's like, it's like, you see, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. And I'm like, oh, okay, this explains why I do so much stupid shit in my life. Like leaving a bar at 2 a.m. And first of all, this lady's leaving the bar. She dressed to the T that day, and she was looking hot. I'm pretty sure I said, wow, you look really amazing in that dress. And she's like, thank you, because she didn't get offended by what I said. But then this big fucking 6'3", 300-pound yoked out motherfucker goes, hey, brah, did you just compliment my friend's girlfriend? Fucking red flag right there. It said his friend's girlfriend. His friend was right next to him. Didn't defend his girlfriend at all, which is like, yeah, I got a hot ass bitch, you know? You know how I do. You know how I do. And then his friend's like, it's like, no, you apologize before I kick your ass. And I was like, oh, are you fucking your friend's girlfriend? And this motherfucker gets offended. Girlfriend walks away, and I'm like, oh fuck no. I called something out too correct.
I have your back, dog.
Oh man. Yeah, that's the thing. Everybody always does have my back, but I don't need that help. Because this motherfucker goes, alright, I'm about to beat your ass. You know, it's like, I was like, go ahead and do that, sir. Go ahead and do it. People are here want a fucking fight. They want to see a fight, okay? You can give it to them, and they know who's gonna fucking win. Look at you and look at me. But everybody's gonna think you're an asshole after you kick my ass. And do you really want to walk around with that kind of psychological trauma on your brain? And he goes, you know what? Fuck you, we're leaving, and he walked away. So I'm still 12-0 in all my fights. Yeah. Yo, the pen's mightier than the sword. Yo, insult to injury on that motherfucker, because this is a true story, and now I'm telling jokes about this bitch. I hope one day I make it famous, and he goes on YouTube and he sees this clip, he goes, oh, fuck, you should have beat that little nigga's ass. Oh man, I think I had my fucking fun tonight though. I was getting up for your host, Zach Holly. Or he Johnny Zach. I was born.
Close enough. Close enough. Give it up for Trey, ladies and gentlemen. Trey Dunn in the house. Let's see, what else? You guys remember 9/11?
Yeah.
Never forget. That's what it said. It said never forget. But you know who you guys forgot about? Al Qaeda. That's what you forgot about. When was the last time we heard from them?
It don't right.
It's been a while. The U.S. did to Al Qaeda what Andy did to Woody in Toy Story. Like, I don't want to play with you anymore. After ISIS showed up on the scene, they took the title real quick from Al Qaeda. And now it's not even ISIS anymore. Now it's white people. White people took the they're like, you know, if anybody's going to terrorize this country, it's going to be me. Hold my beer while I storm the Capitol. Okay. I remember seeing it on the news. And after the news was like, white terrorists stormed the Capitol. I'm half white, half Arab. So I was like, yo, my people are here! And then I saw what was going on. I was like, wait, that's not my people. That's not. But I'm still kind of upset that they called it domestic terrorism, because I was like, how is that domestic? The Capitol's still there. How is that terrorism? Leave it to white people to appropriate our culture and then fuck it up. Alright, your next comic coming to the stage. I think he's trying this out. First time? First time. Give it up for Carlos and a warm welcome.
So, I'm not supposed to be mentioning, but there's several things that I keep repeating myself. It's redundant. It's a redundancy, but it's not ironic when I say I'm not saying But I'm not saying I'm insane. I'm saying I'm in. Sane in the membrane, insane in the brain. Cause I'm feeling kinda loco. Cause I'm feeling kinda loco. Loco to the house. And then I was gonna say a joke about myself, but I don't wanna be too psyched about being psyched. I'm not wearing my green shorts today. But I am black from the waist down. I don't have to prove it. I already proved it today. Jokes on me. I'm not dropping shit.
Give me the fucking microphone. Give me the fucking microphone. Okay, look, Papa, I'm sorry. Look, I know this guy and I know some of these people here. That doesn't mean that they're all my people, okay? None of these people are my people. Okay? Let's be real. Let's be real about this.
God damn it.
Hey, if you know my name,
Okay, you clear
if you know my name, if you fucking know my name, Rohan, okay? You can find me on all of social media at all of it, whatever the fuck. Carlito, get the fuck out if you're gonna act like an idiot. That's what my wife tells me. That's why I'm here right now. The fuck, man? You can't act like this in public, especially you can't do it in private, especially if you've got a family. My wife tells me so. That's what she tells me. Shut the fuck up, get out, bro. Please don't make me have to physically remove you.
What's the cipher, bro?
Shut the fuck up! Get the fuck out before I kill you!
Oh damn! This ain't get the fuck up, dog. Nah, I kind of like him though. It wasn't that bad, right? Nah, he was making jokes.
Everybody else was talking about me.
Sorry, y'all. This is unexpected. I'm on the stage. I usually don't talk, but I love the island, and if you're visiting or if you live here, like we live in an awesome place, right? I just moved into this neighborhood, and I'm really liking it. I just, I feel bad to say it, but I feel like gentrification can be a good thing sometimes. I mean, it kills culture, yes. But it does make things safer sometimes. And I'm a Mexican, and I love my Mexican brethren. But when I'm in Juarez, I don't feel 100% safe. And I don't know if that's from the lack of the police force in Juarez, but I'd say overall the tone in Hawaii is very laid back and extremely copacetic. Once I got off the plane, I was like, yeah, Hawaii.
Plane? I thought you swam here.
I should have swam here. But yeah, let's get to know everybody in the audience. Like, where are you guys from?
Alaska.
Alaska. Okay, I got an Alaska joke for you. I'll tell you one Alaska joke. One joke. Okay. So there's this guy, he's driving down the street in Anchorage or whatever, and then there's this girl on the corner, she's hitchhiking, and he comes to the red light, and he's just trying to mind his own business, but she's like, hey, give me a ride, like that. He's trying to ignore her, he's totally ignoring her. She's like, hey, give me a ride, and then he's just like, no, just do my own thing. And then she says, hey, give me a ride, I'll blow ya. And then he's like, okay, whatever. So she gets in the car, she starts blowing him, and her head's hitting like the back of the steering wheel.
She's hitting the back of the steering wheel, so he put his hand in the back of her head so it wouldn't hit the steering wheel. And then she said, oh, you're passionate. Like that. And then he's like, no, not really. And then she's like, no, really, you're passionate. He's like, no, I'm not. And then she's like, no, you are, you're passionate. He goes, look, I'm not fucking passionate. I just don't want your head to hit the back of the fucking steering wheel. And then she said, no, you're passionate the fucking liquor store, motherfucker.
All right, that's Chico.
Thanks, y'all. Yeah, we still doing comedy, yo. You know what's the funniest thing I saw? When Mushroom pulled out the laser zapper and shit. Yo, she had like a photon laser zapper and shit, like pew pew, pew pew, like oh shit, I hurt my eye. All right, Zach, where you at? My bad. Yo, come on. What's your name? All right, y'all. Coming up next, y'all, Billy.
Hey!
How's it going, everyone? I'm doing great. I got a little frightened by what happened there, so I ran out of the ring. This is my third time ever. Can you guys hear me okay? Can I change the EQ a little bit? Okay, hold on. I just don't trust the, you know. I'm gonna change my EQ. Oh, I can't change my EQ?
What's in the fanny pack?
Bring my lows up a little and cut some heads out. Oh, not that one. There. Okay. And a little bit more high. There. Thank you. Okay, perfect. Alright, so, hello everybody, my name is Billy Sage. I'll be your, am I the last comedian on the list today? Okay, so, 10 minutes, ladies and gentlemen, usually it's 6 or 7. Last time I was here, it was last weekend. According to Mia over here, I sound a lot like Donald Trump, so, you guys want to hear me do Donald Trump? What should Donald Trump talk about today? Anybody? What's on Donald Trump's mind?
Donald Trump?
Yeah, what do you want me to say?
What does Donald Trump want to say?
Yeah, what do you want me to talk about?
Donald Trump wants to shut the border down.
Okay, for what?
No illegal immigrants.
No illegal immigrants. But what's his reason? I mean, I need an intention here.
He
What?
fucking hates spicy food.
He doesn't like spicy food. That's it. That's what I need. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Trump Show podcast. We've taken over half of Fox News and all of Rush Limbaugh because, of course, he died heroically died of a heart attack. Serving the American people, he got so upset by Nancy Pelosi and the Democrats that I think that's probably what did him in. But before he died, I gave him the Presidential Medal of Freedom. It's neither here nor there. You're listening to my special show. It's hosted live every Saturday night. It's kind of like Saturday Night Live, except it's a little funnier. I think they're not as funny as they used to be. I know because I'm very close. I'm in bed with the Rockefellers and the Russians. Speaking of Russians, there's a very nice girl with beautiful eyes over here. Her name is Tatiana. I want to thank Tatiana for coming down here with her mother. Apparently they came from Maui by way of South Carolina. There's a lot of people from South Carolina, of course, who make the transition to Maui. They're very similar places. Socioeconomically, people think they have a bad rap, South Carolina, but I think actually Oprah owns property in South Carolina also, as well as part of Maui. Anyway, I want to talk to you folks today. I've got something very important on my mind. So I'm going to talk about it, of course, here on BS level. We got to get on the level of the little kids. It's important that we educate the children. Educate the children while they're young. Of course, she knew that I had given Kodak Black a pardon. I said that I was the greatest friend to the black community probably since Abraham Lincoln. I'd done more for the black community since then. Kanye West, certain other people didn't agree with me, but I did pardon Kodak Black. So if that says anything, I also waved an LGBTQ flag, but the liberal media doesn't cover it. Anyway, on my mind today is the border. I think we've got a disastrous, terrible situation at the border. There's too many illegal immigrants, they're coming back. I said, when you elect Joe, they're gonna come back, and of course they came back in waves and floods, and now there's little ones dying in rivers, specifically because of Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, AOC. AOC specifically, I know she's got a lot of fans, but she's done a lot of very bad things. She's inspired a lot of women, a lot of young women, that think that they can do things like crossing a river that they can't do successfully, because look what happens. I'm sorry, if it's too soon. If it's too soon, if you didn't get the joke, I think I've gotten a little too complex for only my third open mic. I apologize to anybody that was offended. I really do have to deeply apologize for that. But anyway, the real reason that I want to see our American borders strengthened and closed, maybe with a wall. I thought a wall would be good, but I have some friends in China that can build a wall of flying drones. So we're gonna have some, I need some water, excuse me. We're gonna have some very special flying drones and formations. They're gonna make a beautiful wall of colored light, and they're also gonna be equipped with great, powerful lasers. Lasers that will be capable, just like the ones from Austin Powers. I'm friends with Dr. Evil, of course. Dr. Evil's a member of my fantasy cabinet. I've just decided I'm going to appoint him to be my secretary. If you weren't here last week, I announced the formation of my new virtual cryptocurrency country, Trump's America. It's available only on the deepest, darkest parts of the dark web. You can access it, of course, if you're a red voter. If you're disillusioned with Facebook, come join Trump's America. It might be a real thing soon. You'd be frightened. Anyway, sir, of course, I did decide, since we're going to have our own virtual country that's going to continue with great, fantastic continuity, that we were going to this time decide to create a virtual cabinet. So all of the positions from the cabinet, I've been asking for people. People didn't want to help last week. I understood. It's fine. I switched over to doing Morgan Freeman's voice.
Oh, nice.
Now, of course, at this point in time, Billy had tried most of his Donald Trump tricks. As he was outside, frightened by the last act, feeling the reassurance of Mushroom Marmola's touch on his back as she passed by, he thought to himself about the warm, loving energy of her little daughter, Mia. Mia, of course, was the star of the show, sitting there on her red couch, looking unaware of how Uncle Morgan Freeman was suddenly talking about her in the third person as she was sitting right next to him. But, of course, Morgan Freeman, the narrator, has many powers. Not as many, of course, as Morgan Freeman, the president, who is probably the most popular president that's done more for the American white people since, well, I'm not going to go. Anyway, let's go back to Donald Trump. Okay, thanks, Morgan. I think that was a great interlude for me. It took time to me to get recentered. I think Morgan Freeman, everybody loves President Morgan Freeman. So I think, you know what, I'm going to make my vice president in the fantasy cabinet. I'm just going to go straight for the big hitters. I got to stay president, but I'll make Vice President Morgan Freeman from Deep Impact, specifically from the film Deep Impact, where he was president, where the asteroid came and created the giant wave, the tidal wave that destroyed a lot of the world, not the whole world, but I think that was a very responsible presidential appearance. So it's going to be Morgan Freeman for vice president. Last time I announced, of course, my Secretary of Energy is going to be Ruby Rod. Ruby Rod from The Fifth Element, Chris Tucker's character, the radio. Because he has great energy. I said he should be the Secretary of Energy. Energy. Also, he was a fictional character from the future of space, so he's going to know a lot about technologies, renewable things, and then, of course, he can be our special liaison to the Space Force. And I've decided that I need a special cabinet secretary of the Space Force, and I know who it's going to be, ladies and gentlemen. I think my cabinet Space Force secretary is going to be Dooku, Emperor Dooku from Star Wars, the one that, of course, was in charge of the entire Empire because they built a great armada of ships. I think nobody knows about building ships in space to overtake rebels than Emperor Dooku. So I'm going to make him head of the Space Force. So we've got Space Force Vice President, Secretary of Energy. If anybody wants to help me, who should I do for Secretary of Agriculture? I'd like to ask the ladies from South Carolina who we should do. It could be any person, living or dead, fictional or real, preferably fictional. I think it goes good for a fantasy country. Agriculture. Of course, we've also got positions like Defense, Homeland Security, Secretary of the Interior, Indian Affairs. Okay, I'm not going to say on a public microphone within ear distance of one of the dispensaries who actually runs it. In fact, there's a camera outside of the dispensary pointed right here through the window at me. They can probably listen at a distance. Believe me, I was in charge of the CIA. They can do some pretty important things. So for Secretary of Agriculture, because I think you're right, we do need to embrace legalized cannabis. I do it all the time. It's going to save us a lot of money, okay? I think the Secretary of Agriculture should be, we're going to do co-secretaries. I think one of them died, but we'll bring him back from the dead. I have powers like Jesus to resurrect fictional people. Cheech and Chong are going to be my Secretaries of Agriculture, my co-secretaries of Agriculture. I think they know exactly what it is that we're going to use. And I think they're going to have a special consultant, President Nacho Nacho, whatever his name was, I think it was Terry Crews in Idiocracy, the president from Idiocracy. Cinco, whatever his name was, the one that watered all the plants with Gatorade for a long time. I think because the electrolytes, it might be a strategy we should look into, that's all I'm saying. I don't know how many minutes it's been or how long I have left. You guys have been a fantastic group of podcast listeners today. Of course, head on over to DonaldTrumpsAmericaShop.com. DonaldTrumpsAmericaShop.com. It's all one word. You can purchase things that will support our country, like our new cryptocurrency coins, Trump coins. I think it was an obvious name. It's listed on Kraken. You can exchange them for Bitcoin. It's technically worthless, but I think if people believe enough, it's going to be worth something. I think, just like me, one day, maybe I could be. Maybe I could be. It seemed at that point that towards the end of Billy's set, people had gotten tired of Donald Trump. Just like the real Donald Trump, he'd gone on a little bit too long and decided that perhaps Morgan Freeman would be the voice that could save him from his error. Billy, of course, was not a very experienced comedian and wondered if the camera was recording because this was a damn good set and he'd like to see it sometime. That's fantastic. Well, thank you. Was it Jessica? You have 2 minutes left, you said. Wow. Yeah, that's fantastic.
Woo!
Right, so, okay, then there's a routine I didn't want to do. I thought of this, and I did it in my meditation class on Zoom at the end of it, and it just fell flat, because I don't know if it's nobody could laugh. But, no, there's a meditation class on Zoom. It's a one-credit thing. It's the only class I'm passing right now in school. Tough story. Anyhow, so I thought about the COVID variants, and I was like, all right, I want to do a joke about the COVID variants, right? Because they've come out from all over the world. So this is supposed to be like one of the voices of, like, or I don't know, say this is just sort of like my natural, nervous British voice, and then it's like, oh, do I fake an American accent? Who knows? Anyway, it's going to start as Chinese, so I may offend people by doing like these stereotypically like a bit racist accents, but it's just about like the different countries and embodying them. And then there is a woman here that is of African descent, and the end of the joke was about South Africans, and there's a bit about like owning people because they're very oppressive, but I'm not going to tell it if that would be offensive to you, because like, I think it's deeply troublesome to not to, I'm going to at least ask permission first to be like, are you alright with that? Because you know I've done more for black people than Donald Trump. Anyhow. Now, I am going to say this. If you look at my actual lineage, okay, this is like the real me. My actual name is William Hampton Sage V, right? So I'm descended from a bunch of important people. William Hampton Sage I. He was married to the daughter of Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, John McClain, who wrote the Dred Scott dissenting opinion which started the Civil War and led to emancipation. So actually, I'm pretty fucking down with the cause. Oh, it's the sandwich. The sandwich. Right, I just wanted you to know that before I went on with it. Anyhow, so, here we go. COVID around the world. Hello everybody, I'm Chinese COVID, your first COVID that you had, that caused all the problem from Wuhan in the back market. Sorry about everything, you should be okay though, you have the vaccine coming soon. The vaccine will good for Chinese COVID, no more problem, no more death. We did very good over here, I don't know why, maybe because we had too many someone killed. But what you should be very careful, look out for UK variant of Chinese COVID.
Right, hello, how are you all? It's me, the UK variant of COVID. Now be very careful, I'm quite a bit more transmissible than my other components, and they say I might be a bit more deadly as well. It may be all the cold weather and the years of smoking cigars in mouldy libraries. Anyhow, please be careful of the even worse variant from Brazil. Trust me, he's nasty.
Dude, what do you mean? Me, I'm the only Brazilian COVID. I just come over to try to make out with you and like get into yourself, like your sexual organs and stuff. I only really do like STD COVID, you know? Like I'm not gonna go for your lungs, I'm gonna go for like your ovaries, you know what I mean? Because like, who needs a dog, man? You know, like let's just hang out and make love. But we should be very careful, I think. Probably, I feel that there's a variant of COVID from the New York City, from Manhattan. It's like a Manhattan variant. I heard you watch out for him.
Okay, hold on a second. Hold on a second. I gotta say something. It's me, representing the New York variant of COVID. It's me, Governor Andrew Cuomo. I felt I should get up here in this public forum, channel this kid in Hawaii with what's left of his set time, and just say, of course, that I only transmit my New York variant of COVID through touching shoulders and doing what Joe Biden does with the inappropriate smelling, maybe a comment in the ear, and then it goes to the breath, and it really only affects women specifically. So if you're a man, or if you're an unattractive woman, if you're a woman over 40, you don't have to worry about New York COVID. If you're a woman, I think it's probably not going to strike a woman. I don't know how old Tatiana is, but generally speaking, she might want to watch out in the next couple of months. She might become eligible for it. There's a special vaccine. You can come to my office, and we can talk about it. If you want. But I'm not going to resign. I'm going to tell you that right now. I'm not fucking resigning. Am I not supposed to say the F word around the kid? You know what? I don't care. I'm sorry. I buried a lot of people in the nursing homes to make sure it wasn't public. Just to keep the funding and everything, and it worked well anyway. But the thing you got to watch out for, I think the one you should watch out for most closely is probably the South African COVID, okay?
All right, hello, it's me, South African COVID, and I'm ripping up the joke. Thank you, Mexican COVID. And I am now going to just let you know, of course, that South African COVID is only going to be dangerous for certain peoples. Of course, in South Africa, our COVID is a bit racist, and it only affects blacks. So if you're white, you don't have to worry about catching South African COVID. So with that said, I'm going to pass it off to the only man that could save me from this very awkward situation. Mr. Donald Trump.
Okay, thank you very much, Paco. I want to apologize for going over time and taking too much time working to people, but I say thank you for wearing your red shirt and that beautiful mask. I think it's one of the nicest masks. I think it makes your hair look really beautiful here. And next time, I think if I come earlier, please let me do Bruce Buffer style impersonations. Like I did last time. I think people liked it, and then I got shut down after that. If we're recording and it's okay with Paco, I'd like to do it one more time. Alright, he says no doing it. I'll pay for the sandwich. Thank you, folks.
Yeah, y'all, give it up for Billy. Billy's a rookie. Do your time, son. No more, no less, dog. Do your time, dog. We appreciate you, man of 1,000 voices, this dude. Just real quick, just one public service announcement from Rohan. We done? You want to come on? We got 1 minute.
Fuck, I got 1 minute, man. This fucking Carlito took my time, man. Don't drop the mic, bro. Paco Loco working his ass off with these products, man. Fucking Mushroom King Pizza. Come on, y'all. Give it up for everyone but me. Oh, that's how you think about them? That's how you think about them? I mean, if it was for me, that's cool. I'm saying give it up for everyone but me. There we go. Yeah. Coattails. I ride coattails. I ride mopeds. DUIs got me fucked up. Police want me to stay in my lane. It's like, what the fuck? Why? There's literally no one on the streets. COVID got everyone just... Why can't I just... Fuck. Pull me the only driver on the road. The fuck? What are you guys even doing? Police. We need some police integrity, and what's the thing that we gotta fix?
Reform.
How to reform? We gotta reform the police. I mean, look. I would like to reform my life and my wife and my children. I got 2. You had 2 wives?
No, I want you to reform also.
Oh, I thought you were talking about 2 wives. I call her my side chick.
2 wives?
Yeah, I don't put a fucking finger on her for her. No, we just have sex. Okay, I don't know. Who was the last person to have sex today? Raise your hand. That's sad. You guys are sad. Fucking sad. No one had sex today? Dude, I had sex, but it was with myself, man. I was in the bath, like, boom, 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 boom. This shit was great, man. But my wife ain't putting out anymore. If any of you guys... Oh, I do not like children in the audience. That's why I left my house. Got 2 of them at the house just waiting to ask me questions like, hey, Daddy, why does a green sea turtle hold its breath for 4 hours? And I'm like, I don't know, but I wish you could. All right, bye-bye, guys.
Yeah, you know, that's Rohan, and that is Happy Hour. We're doing this every Friday, every Saturday. Gotta give a big old shout out to Zach Kajali for hosting it up for us. We appreciate you. We got the whole lineup. This is the whole lineup. On Mondays, we got remixes over in P.E. Coy. On Tuesdays, April 5th, the next show, April 5th. Every Tuesday at Aloha Tower Beach House. Every Wednesday, Blue Note and Hawaiian Brian's. Every Thursday, Square Barrels. Friday, we right back here. Saturdays, we right back here. And on Sundays, is comedy basketball over at Pocky Park. Sundays at 3 p.m., y'all. My name is Papa Loco. Thanks for watching. And have a safe ride home. Aloha.
Alright, let's pick some of this stuff up. All of that. There's that.
Boy, hold from the US, you just lay down slow. Catch a boy mingling, England, Metlin, the Netherlands, checking in daily under aliases. We rebellious, we back home, screaming, leave by rack alone. But on my shoulders in the field, I feel the same turn, but only love feels more when real they learn. It's international home, been having flow, before been landing.